I'm traveling from Hayward Heath near Brighton to Hampton Court on the train, and I just love being on the train. Love hearing the voices going on around me, just watching the scenery go by. It's really relaxing.
British and American politics are quite fascinating at the moment because they're both full of eccentricities. I think in both countries, people have been elected or votes have been taken based on a misgiving about politicians. So I think Trump was elected basically on that. People didn't want politics as usual. They were desperately looking for something different. Well, they certainly got something different. And I think the vote to leave Europe also came from a similar place. It was more emotional. We've got a government where it's always the same. Politicians don't really answer questions. We want change. So I think it was a plea for change. And I think there's some similarities. And now we have a new Prime Minister who is dynamic, but I know he's being compared somewhat to Trump, inappropriately actually. Boris is pretty well educated, but he is very, very opinionated. Probably not a bad thing, but because the country is so polarized, as indeed I think the US, we're polarized there. There's no middle ground for anybody. You're either a complete Brexiteer and you will not be changed, or you're a complete Remainer. There's no seeing the other side of it. And I think the same with, Make America Great Again, and the liberal community who see him as a ridiculous leader who's who shouldn't be running the country. But there's no middle ground for anybody.
And what are your main concerns about Brexit? Now it's looming October the 31st. Looks like you could be going into a no-deal Brexit.
Yeah.
What are your concerns about that?
Well, interestingly, the main concerns about Brexit, again, really polarized. People think it's going to be a total disaster, and others say, hey, we just, do it, we'll be so much better off. On the upside, I suppose free, new trade agreements outside of Europe with other countries is a plus. I don't think anybody knows. I think what is most important is something happens, because there's been stagnation for 2.5 years. So that again is polarized opinions here. It's either, oh my God, if we're going to leave, it's going to be a disaster and the country will fall, will totally collapse, or the other side of that, no, it'll totally be fantastic, and etc., etc. Again, there's no middle ground here.
Okay, there it is, a plate of classic English fish and chips. I got haddock there, double dip chips, mushy peas, an English favorite, and that obscene pink thing there is a Savoy sausage. I have the malt vinegar all over your fish and all over your chips and your mushy peas. Now you can do ketchup, you can do mustard, whatever you like, but we're just going to steam right in there. The British classic right here. There's your haddock with the peas on it, whoopsie daisy, and some chips on there. Oh, mwah, absolutely fantastic. Now we're going to move on to the Savoy. There you go, this is a look at the Savoy. Absolutely delicious. Again, do it with the really tasty. Slight, kind of a little, tastes like a little like bologna, but way better. So there you have it, English fish and chips. One of the best meals you can have in England, and cheers. Hi there, I'm here outside of Hampton Court Palace. It's a lovely Saturday afternoon in mid-September. Weather here is beautiful, right by the River Thames. And just going to be exploring along the river today by Molesey, Hampton Court area, talking to a few people, see what's up, and just taking a look around the palace here. So come and join me now. Behind me you see the beautiful rose gardens of Hampton Court in the background, which in King Henry's day was used for an area of jousting and competition. If somebody had an affection or a crush on somebody, they may knock off somebody's block so that they could get with them. And that's how they used to do it back in the day, apparently.